We don't need no hair and everybody knows. All right, and welcome back to Africa on Focus. You just listened to Bien Amiso with Aaron Rimbui. I love, East African vibes. And, Bien is 1/4 of the dynamic. If you would ask me, one of the most dynamic Afro pop group of the continent is Sauti Sol. The group that will perform, they will play the guitar, they will dance for you, they will dress, they look fresh, they bring everything. They bring the music themselves. It's raw. I've seen them perform live, I've met them, and by the way you can tell from my face, they are just absolutely the best. Yes.
Where was this?
This was 2019 when they came and performed actually at the Hague African Festival. I moderated that festival, and listen, live, nobody can beat them.
Really?
No, maybe some of these Congolese artists that are really good live, yeah. But then we can talk about
Congolese performances are always lit.
Oh man, it's lit. With Congolese performances, whether you know the record or not, you'll dance.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
They're just that good. And,
that's it.
And that is the art of performing, right? That you can just have people to dance while they don't know your song.
I never knew that Sauti Sol was a group of four.
Yes.
Men.
Yes, man. Yes. And they produce their music, everything, and writing that they do, Swahili, English, everything. And man, I love what they do. So we just listened to that record after we announced that, the Virgil Abloh, who is known for his impeccable work for Louis Vuitton. He's a Ghanaian, by the way.
Yeah,
I would say, is it Ghanaian American or Ghanaian British? I'm not sure. But man, American. Hearing of his passing, he's a fashion designer, he's an artist and a DJ. His net worth is over 100 million, as people would say, known for being an influential fashion director, and he is the founder of the luxury streetwear brand Off-White. He became the artistic director of Louis Vuitton in 2018, and we just saw it announced on social media that they've announced his passing. And man, we are grieving already. I don't even know him personally or anything, but such a loss to life. Losing any life is just really, really, really sad. Rest in peace, Virgil Abloh, as we take on that. So new highlights, we will definitely be sharing them throughout. Welcome to Africa on Focus. It's almost hitting 8 p.m. and we are talking about what's going on in our world and on the continent. I think the last interesting news is what? Is it in a zoo or a gorilla?
Gorillas and lions.
What happened there?
Have coronavirus. So it's within the scientific world community. It isn't let's say it isn't unthinkable that humans pass certain diseases onto animals, or the other way around, right? Because
it came from a bat from some market.
Since they are saying that the COVID virus comes from we contracted it from animals, but we can also pass certain diseases on to animals,
right?
For instance, the risk of animals spreading COVID to people is actually very low. So let's say you have coronavirus and then your pet have them, and then I touch your pet. The chances of me contracting virus from
the chances of me having a pet, Donny.
Let's say in an imaginary world, where MS.ABA has a cat,
right,
or a hamster, or a guinea pig.
A hamster, okay, but a cat.
A hamster, and then she has COVID, and she passes it on to the hamster. I touch the hamster, or I want to pet the hamster. The chances are very low that I would actually get the COVID from the hamster. I could get it from you directly, but not from the hamster. However, the chances are high that we do pass COVID to animals. So
right,
the chances will be high that you would pass COVID to the hamster. Nah. So what happened in the Netherlands in a zoo, Rotterdam Zoo, is several gorillas and lions at Rotterdam's Blijdorp Zoo have tested positive for coronavirus, which they may have picked up from an employee without any symptoms, the zoo confirmed on Friday.
Without symptoms?
Nope.
Yeah. But they could diagnose.
Yeah. Wow. So the animals are showing flu-like symptoms. They're listless, have less appetite, a slight cough, and the gorillas also have stomach and intestinal problems, the zoo said. Given that the animals are in good health, the zoo said it expected the virus to have a mild effect on them. Research from zoos in the United States and elsewhere has shown the condition of the animal before infection is important for the course of the disease. The zoo said there is no risk to visitors, and the gorilla and lion enclosures were closed after coronavirus was first suspected, so the animals were effectively quarantined. It is the first time since the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic that animals at the zoo have tested positive for coronavirus. But so it is the first time that you've noticed. However, it could have been many times that animals do have it, but because they don't show any symptoms or show less symptoms, that they didn't really pick it up. So, but I think with this one, because the gorillas did show stomach problems or intestinal problems, as well as a slight cough, they were like, let's test them, and this is how they found out. But I read another article that it is quite common for humans to spread the virus onto their pets. So if you do go to some people's houses, beware of their pets might have contracted COVID. But there are no articles really saying how long, or let's say if the pets hold it much longer than humans do. So I would assume that it is the same for both. Yeah. Which is 7 to 14 days or something like that, right? Yeah. 7 to 10 days when you have the virus and till it's gone. So I would suspect it's the same for animals. Right. That is interesting, right? Animals with COVID. It
is very. But I did read about a lion also catching it, but I thought that they had symptoms. So but hey, that broadens our knowledge really good. Last thing about corona, because I'm tired of talking about corona, man. What is it? South Africa. South Africans react to the new COVID-19 variant. I even read, I think, an announcement that here in the Netherlands they are not allowing any flights from South Africa now because of this new variant. What is up with South Africa? I know India has their variant. I know that Brazil has their variant, but South Africa seems to be kind of cooking up their own kind of.
Yeah, and actually what comes to mind is there has been a South African variant in the past. This was before the Brazilian one. South Africa
it was. Remember? Yeah, I do. And they shut any flight coming from that country
exactly down. And so this is another. There's another one. There's another one, and I've read another article that it has already been found in Belgium as well. But still, the Dutch, they do decide to fly in and out. So what is this variant in South Africa? A new coronavirus which has been detected in South Africa, scientists say is a concern because of its high number of mutations and rapid spread in provinces like Gauteng and Limpopo. South Africans say this will further impact livelihoods. We have passed difficult times during lockdown level 5. I think if we follow the protocol, not be scared of getting injected and follow the president's example, then nothing will be difficult. South Africa's Minister of Health, Joe Phaahla, says over the last 4 to 5 days, there has been an exponential rise in COVID-19 cases. Another citizen says she's unsafe. I feel like it is so scary, especially because they are saying they don't know if the vaccine are going to protect us. So us that got vaccinated, it is still scary. We are thinking, oh my gosh, what will happen? Do we need to get another shot? It is really, really scary because we are in the midst of people. In response to the emergence of a new COVID-19 variant in the country, the UK government has placed South Africa and 5 other countries onto its travel red list.
Wow.
This is interesting. This is
It is. It is very much interesting. I mean, oh man, let's keep
how are they going to go about with it?
How are they going to go about with it?
Yeah.
Good question.
And again, winter is coming, or winter is here. The Christmas, the holidays are coming. Are they going to shut down borders so people cannot,
exactly
travel like they did last year?
Yeah,
because it was in December when all these restrictions became a level higher, and I remember when we were in Ghana, that's when they started this whole the real lockdown.
Oh,
before that it was the lockdown.
And we were quite celebrating, right, because of where we were. Jeez.
And then they started the lockdown.
Yeah.
So we have to see where this leads us to. But hey, COVID is back in full effect.
Oh man, it is.
Let's fight.
Let's fight it. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's really the spirit that we should have, coming from a jiu-jitsu fighter.
Thank you.
Fighter. All right, on to the next. I read this, very interesting article about young Guineans in Europe who travel home a lot.
Yeah, you wanted to get back.
Why their mobility matters. Yes. Really highlighting why indeed our mobility matters. We do it simply because we want to have fun. We, want to visit family and friends, but it's actually good for our being, good for our productivity, good for our state of mind. It gives us advantage over what?
You don't get, it's like having the African experience from to anyone with who is from African descent,
right?
Please, unless you have experienced it yourself, I can't see. I was born there, right? So for me it's different.
You are a proper
I am from there.
Ghanaian.
Exactly. But those who I have friends, one of my brothers, or whom I call my brothers, recently, it was past last summer that he just visited Ghana, but he's like from Surinamese Ghanaian descent, and like this is the first time in 30 years that he
Surinamese and Ghanaian.
Okay, his mom is Surinamese, his dad is Ghanaian.
Okay, and you're mostly what your mom is,
right? Exactly. So that's Surinamese more, right? But this is the first time going to Ghana, setting like his feet upon the the soil
Ghana
of
soil,
and to him, I don't know what his expectations were or whatnot, but you could tell that it was an entire experience for him.
Right.
This is something I couldn't have prepared him for, or be like, I was like, you have to go because it's totally different there.
Yeah.
But just the personal feeling, the emotional, the mental, like everything.
Yeah.
You have to go there to feel, to experience it.
Yeah.
So I would tell people, if you get the chance, and use COVID as a chance, trust me. just
especially during lockdown, it will be so refreshing.
That's
just pay the $150 that is required at the border.
Yeah.
which still upsets me.
And the ticket, if you go like somewhere in February or March, the tickets are low anyway.
February, March, September, October, that kind of period, it's still as nice. It's calm.
Just go.
Just
go.
go.
It's a totally different experience. But yeah, so getting back to you on topic on that, young people going to flying back to Africa or to Ghana, it's more than just like you alluding to. It's more than just for fun.
Yeah.
Or to visit our family, or there is an entire experience that comes with such a travel. So on which part do we want to focus?
Well, I think there are some facts and figures which I like to highlight.
Yes.
Because facts and figures is, I wouldn't say generically it is not African's thing, but I would say that we can get sometimes so much into what we do that we forget to look at the facts and figures that can help us to recognize other opportunities.
Exactly.
Such as just the random auntie that makes super good money with just an easy remittance, right? She has a way to send money, mobile money to people, and people all from her church use her to send money. You know what I mean? There is no moment where she sits down and says, let me look at the number and how large is my opportunity like this? Could I even create resellers in other churches or other communities that could work with me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're so much into that we see this as a business, but we don't realize, all the other things. So that's why I really like to highlight facts and figures, because all of those aunties, those small that find the smallest things to do that make good money of sending things back home. Hello. You get what I mean? There's so much opportunity into that. And that goes the same as I have one of my uncles that is with, container sending, the door to door.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So much opportunities into that. So facts and figures is really good to highlight. So young migrants make up over 20% of the youth population across the European Union, which I didn't know. In cities like Hamburg in Germany, which is quite, I think, comparable to in Amsterdam, half of all children and youth under the age of 18 have a migration background. So that is 50.4%, meaning they or their parents were born abroad.
Yes.
So that's even facts. So this means that millions of young people across Europe have connections to places other than the countries where they live. And they stay in touch with friends and family abroad through the internet. And they are fluent in the languages of their country of origin and the country where they reside. And they get involved in the politics of the home country through diaspora organizations, which I also think is really new, if you ask me.
Yep.
Because 10 years ago, just right before this traveling back and forth thing really became a thing, I was like, why are my parents still involved in politics elsewhere? But now I get it. In other words, migrant youth live transnationally, and their lives are a constellation of people, places, and practices around the globe. People's lives and identities are not necessarily bound to one nation state. Migrants can be both integrated and connected to home. Really, really, really. So within this particular article that we highlight, it is based on a research project which takes a closer look at the mobility and how it affects the lives of migrant youth. So it focuses on young people with a Ghanaian background in Germany, so Belgium, the Netherlands, and Ghana. So it also relates to us. And the project includes ethnographic case studies in the 4 countries and a large-scale survey of high school students in Europe. So it included 20 young men and women who are aged between the age of 15 and 25, which is, way younger than we are, who live in Hamburg. Some were born in Ghana, some in Germany, and all had been mobile between the 2 countries. The small sample size allowed this research to follow young people's lives for over a year, which is quite extensive research. So this way, there could be an exploration of their mobility, how it affects it in depth. And this included accompanying them to Ghana to understand what happens on their visit and why this matters. I hope these young people negotiated a ticket to Ghana and some, pocket money out of this. Well, research shows that young people's movements, or what we call mobility trajectories, are very diverse. While many young people stay in Ghana when their parents migrate, some migrate to Europe themselves. Others grow up in Europe with parents who migrated. Okay, this we know. And many young people living in the Netherlands visit Ghana frequently, regardless of their migration history. So for the young people in Germany, traveling to Ghana represents different things. So one was that what it means for one young individual called Akosia, who raised in Hamburg, had visited Ghana 5 summers in a row. And she used to find her time there boring because she didn't have any local friends. And that is also what makes a difference, right? Because back in the day when we used to go back with our parents, those 4 weeks felt like 2 months.
Yeah.
We can identify with this. You hear it. But on the recent trip, she attended makeup school in a busy urban salon. So there you see, the desire to learn like more of something in a very new environment. And there she befriended local young women. So together they learned new skills and compared life between Ghana and Germany. So through that experience, she got to know Ghana as an independent young woman. And her trip opened her up to new perspective on what opportunities Ghana could offer in the future, which sounds great. And this also counts for those that, figure out something in real estate, figure out something in handmade products or any service-based, idea for a company. So trips to Ghana also help young people reflect on their own development. Ella was born in Hamburg, but grew up mostly in Ghana until she was 16. At age 20, she returned to Ghana for the summer. Family and friends commented on how much she had changed since she moved to Germany. So that's something that happened. How was that in your case? You were born and bred there. Did you coming back that people were like, and you're this and that. How is that?
No, because when I came here, I was still young. I was a boy.
Okay.
I was a little boy. So, I mean, other than you become, grown up and all of that.
Yeah.
They can't really tell, let's say,
the difference.
Yeah, I saying, how I've grown up to become, and then you have something to compare it with. So, I think my in that sense, my case is different. But the Ella's one, because she says, so she was in Ghana until she was 16, and then came to Hamburg when she was 20, or 16, and went back at the age of 20. And people were saying
that she changed. Yeah,
she's grown. She's become more independent, and more serious with life.
All right. Okay, so those were the comments coming from. Interesting.
Yeah, from Ghanaians to her upon her return after 4 years in Germany.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. I think, and we will probably get back to this when people
independence.
Right, when people say change Ghana's mentality, this and that, and I think it's also one of our let's say our pet peeves, or one of the things that hurt us the most, or irritates us as the most when we in Ghana.
Yeah,
it's the fact that there is a lack of responsibility, or lack of accountability, or too much people depending on others.
I can see that. See that. Yeah, because I've heard of cases where, like, my uncle who was a business owner, having to deal with a worker whose auntie was sick, so she couldn't show up to work. It's like, yo, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Do you want to get paid? Or one thing that was really interesting, this was years ago. This was about 7 years ago when I did an internship in Ghana. I remember that they wanted to let go of one of the administrative workers. And it was like, okay, we have to find a way to let go. We can't just let her go like that, because she is going to bring her uncle to come and discuss why we let her go and if she could stay, blah, 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 blah. So I had to find some kind of excuse to get rid of her, and then also give her some like lunch, transport money, and see her off. That type of thing. I was like, are you kidding me? But anyway, those are the Ghana for you moments that, a lot of people have endured, because this was, an internship of a few months. I'm sure people that have really lived there for, a longer time can come up with some of these examples. But another fact about that mobility is that it also allows young people to connect with their family and heritage in ways they do not remotely. One example was one who was raised in Hamburg and made her first trip to Ghana age 17, and there she met relatives she had only seen in photos and visited her parents' hometown. So after her trip, she was like, whatever, I know my mom comes from Ghana, but now I know where my mother was in Ghana, where my father was in Ghana, and it's more real than when you hear about it. So she gets to know Ghana like that in another way. Various experiences traveling, of course, from rural to urban places, visiting relatives and friends, feeling out of place and feeling right at home, some visiting, Ghana every year, and all of these things. One thing that I love about this is that, it changed the way that young people feel about the country and how often they wanted to travel there. And they shaped what role young people envisioned, Ghana in their lives. What I think is, this is, so we should kind of promote everybody going to,
in a far distance. I think one of my ambitions is to have, how gymnasium students at high schools, they have the tweetalig onderwijs. It's mandatory to do exchange.
Was it Latin, right? They're
Yeah, so they have Latin, or some have Greek, but they do have to speak 2 languages, English and then Dutch, and also another language. But also, they do have to do this exchange with another family, where they are going to go to a family in I think with my high school, they went to the UK, a place called York, because there was this kid we used to play ball with.
Oh, I remember this. My sister did it with someone in Milan. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
So do that. In my father's dream, or in one of my ambitions, is to have to set up such a system with Ghanaians, where we have a couple of Dutch families, Ghanaians families, or other nationality families, and have them exchange kids with Ghanaian families. That would be so interesting. But the funny thing is, if we can do this between Ghanaian families, like Ghanaian within the Ghanaian community, I mean, that will be perfect. They'll have our kids for some weeks, we have their kids. Or if we don't trust sending our kids over, then let's just open our doors for them to bring their kids here for just a couple of weeks. That period changes a child's life.
It does.
It can impact them for the better.
It does,
right? It's just that exposure, that new experience, and I think it will be great,
right?
I'm not sure if there's something like this, but
I think it's good thinking. It starts with ideas.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. And like I said, especially for young people, it just gives them a different idea of how the world should be. Right. And I think it's also good but that's another topic of discussion. This Akala Bonnie, when you're like an Akala Bonnie, you'll be sent back home. And most of the people that I know come back straightened with a straightened attitude. I've only seen one. I think that's a cousin where his attitude is still a bit, that needs to be put in check, but he's still there. You know what I mean? But I haven't met one where it didn't work. One other example is Akosia, who wanted to return to Ghana to volunteer and get to know Ghana in another way. Ella aimed to have an international career between Ghana and Europe, and Ashra couldn't wait to return to Ghana to spend more time with her family. They all imagined themselves living transnational lives between the two or even more countries. And that's really what we young people more are getting into. Think of some of our cousins who are marrying, with somebody from directly from the continent or another diasporan, and choosing to have the in-between Netherlands life, or going and live on the continent
for some time and come back.
Exactly. Or maybe moving elsewhere, maybe US or something like that. And it makes you mobile. It makes you can adjust, you take your culture with you. I really love that. So migrating youth don't just maintain transnational connections and activities from a distance. Their trips home help them create and update their relationship with the countries their families come from. So the people, places, and events they encounter on their travels give them inspiration, connection, and opportunity, and teach us something about what it means to be mobile global citizens.
Yes, sir.
I love that. More topics that relate to this I really wanna dive into. Shout out to Maastricht University. Shout out to Laura J. Ogden, who is a researcher of globalization, transnationalism, and development. I'm going to find her. We should have her on the show, man. We should definitely have her on the show, and
to give us more background stories.
Yes.
And to see if there are there's any new
more findings. Exactly. So
it will be brilliant.
These kind of researches, right? Just to highlight a bit on that, I think the last time when I was interviewed by a researcher or some graduate that would, focus on a particular topic among the Ghanaians in the Netherlands, and she mentioned that a lot of these researches don't come from Ghanaians or something. It's always outside. Wow, a lot of Ghanaians are graduating and all of these things. These are relevant topics to highlight and really reflect on, okay, what are the opportunities here? Maybe it has to do with just outsiders being curious about what we do and we just taking it for granted. I don't know.
That's nothing new.
I know, right? I don't know what it is, but this is why mobility matters. Encourage everybody to travel and do it with the cause, because I think that when you're young, just traveling because we just kind of take your money. But if you would devote that travel to, hey, I have my intern period, let me spend the 3 to 6 months,
Yep.
go to Ghana, do volunteering work, learn how to what's it called, take trotro. All of those things. Me and my sister were reflecting on our interning day. She was like, yes, we stayed at places where we didn't like, and we took trotro to the office and those type of things. It's so good. Like, seriously, it helps, man. It really helps on the development, man. Yeah. If you have some interesting experiences on your mobility to travel elsewhere, back and forth within Ghana, just to let us know. Drop it in a comment box on Facebook if you've seen us. Shout out to GH King, shout out to you, and we are going to talk about your answer to our question of the day. And that really is, if you had to change 2 things within your country, what would that be? Time for some music. I need a sip of my water. Yes, yeah. And almost 8:30 live coming from the city of Amsterdam. Let's get into it, and we will be right back.
Anytime you drop picture, I they see. I they on Instagram and I they watch like TV. Baby, drop more picture. I they feel. What's that imagine? What's that imagine? What's that imagine? What's that imagine? Make a like, make a comment, make a tell them for here, make it cement. Oba, check you DM. Check you DM. Moishani been to me no see them. Yeah, what you in the share me in the PM. Aye, now see day. You copy the cinco the weekend. Say my dinner, say my dinner, say my dinner, say my dinner.
Boy, you a send me pan a gram and a thirsty. Dripping down, make us slow, I know. And you like it, my bitches. Want it, my taste. Make you never think, tell me, I go start. Me at it, my girl, and you done already know. Like it, my bitches. Want it, my taste. When you like, and then you comment. The way you tell them for here, make it cement. Me love it when you sliding on me DM. Make a host, make a wet when I see it. So baby, when I see you balling on the weekend, boy, you won't feel ready if you go put it on me. Hey, baby, when I see you boy this weekend, boy, you won't feel no say me, I put it on you.
Say my dinner, say my dinner, say my dinner, say my dinner. Anytime you post pan IG, man like it. You full of style, correct it like Nike. Make we take it off the gram to my yard. Make me sure you send me ready for show you one long thing. So when we see you, girl, in the corner, girl, you have to ready for go cocky pan me. Me have a place you like me marijuana, girl. The fire when me walk it pan you. Say my guinea, say my guinea, say my guinea, say my guinea.
If you want it, I go bring out. If I bring out, you go fall. Come and try me, you go down. Before you know, then you born. Came back just the other day. I was chilling with my niggas out on holiday. Safari Valley it is. Me and 4 friends just chilling it is. I'm a 3 hot babies. Spot this one thing, please stop, baby. What be your name? I'ma do you know crazy. This how you driving me, please stop, lady. What is she? What do you want? Let me hold your hand and bring you close. What is she? What do you want? Would you bend your knees and touch your toes?
Anywhere you go, girl, I go jolly to follow you. Girl, I'm losing control. Oh, girl, I wanna spend my life with you. And I want you to come over me, oh. Be my wife, oh. Be new, oh. Oh, dirty, my I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until no, no, no. I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until no, no, no. I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until no, no, no. I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until.
I'm your king, that's a promise. Ah, yeah, I'm selfish. I no go share you, then I for near you. Anybody try run for the fear to the boy where you get for pack back. In my rainbow, when the sky's dark. A 4th day, the 4th day, where I know say you be my babe. I don't wanna kiss and tell. But if you wanna, we can tell the whole wide world.
Girl, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until no, no, no. I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until no, no, no. I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until no, no, no. I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss, I don't wanna kiss until.
If you want it, I go bring out. If I bring out, you go fall. Come and try me, you go know. Before you know, then you won't. If you want it, I go bring out. If I bring out, you go fall. Come and try me, you go know. Before you know, then you won't.
Anywhere you go, girl, I go jolly to follow you. And I'm losing control. Oh, girl, I wanna spend my life with you. And I want you to come over me, yeah. Would you be my wife, be new, babe? Good day, enjoyment, minister. I'm in sure said you this enjoyment, minister. I'm in sure said you this
Inspiration beats.
Today we just shy you. It's the J to the K to the I. All of my girl, them got the jam and juice. Pretty face, skinny waist, Costco Bay, oh yeah. Pull up in the Benz with the baddest crew. So make way, no delay us today, oh yeah. And we don't need no long thing, yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah. Drink some meat tonight, and if you're acting right, you can join us at our table. Today we just shy you. Leave the worries for tomorrow. Today we just shy you. Leave the worries for tomorrow. My gang them bad, you know go fit flex like us. No, you know fit flex like us. All my galley them bad, you know go fit do them like us. No, you know fit do like us. No fit do like us. Cause I'm a girl them ballers. Oh, cause I'm a girl them oh my god, my bills have been paid, so I'm flexing today. You can't tell me nothing. Why would I rely on you? You they talk, you know they do, so you can't tell me nothing. Tell the waiter to bring another bottle. Today we celebrate life, yes we celebrate. Oh, but you know that you can't knock the hustle. Even the struggle you must do appreciate. Today we just shy you. Leave the worries for tomorrow. Today we just shy you. Leave the worries for tomorrow. My gang them bad, you know go fit flex like us. No, you know fit flex like us. All my galley them bad, you know go fit do them like us. No, you know fit do like us. No fit do like us. Cause I'm a girl them ballers. Oh, cause I'm a girl them oh my god them. All of my girl them got the jam and juice. Pretty face, skinny waist, Costco Bay, oh yeah. Pull up in the Benz with the baddest crew. So make way, no delay us today, oh yeah. Pull up with the bad gun. Yeah, tonight we up to something, no. Rebuking all the bad things, claiming all the blessings. Shy. Leave the worries for tomorrow. Today we just shy. Leave the worries for tomorrow.
For my mother, you dey hold me down. For my mother, you dey go all out. For my mother, no backing down. When you enter me, I got no doubt.
Picture me, feeling free. I can hear the heavens singing through the trees. Summer breeze, overseas. Everything in life working as he pleases. Look at the blue skies to ease my stress. Everything I need, I receive, God bless. Just a child from the ghetto back streets. Full of drive, never wanna take the back seats. Relaxing with my faction. No stress, no hate, no distractions. Let the sunshine be the main attraction. Holiday, give me so much satisfaction, yeah.
Holiday, every day. I'ma eat it feel like holiday. Oh, holiday. No more stress. When I excited get, I'ma eat it feel like holiday. Oh, holiday. For my mother, you dey hold me down. For my mother, you dey go all out. For my mother, no backing down. When you enter me, I got no doubt. For my mother, you dey hold me down. You dey go all out. For my mother, no backing down. When you enter me, I got no doubt.
I go back every December, cause I need to remember. I need to remember. Maybe when you know me, what's on my mind? Girl, you know me. It's all in time. So many people go by for this year. So far for this year. We give thanks for this year. It's holiday for sure.
Holiday, every day. I'ma eat it feel like holiday. Oh, holiday. No more stress. When I excited get, I'ma eat it feel like holiday. Oh, holiday. For my mother, you dey hold me down. For my mother, you dey go all out. For my mother, no backing down. When you enter me, I got no doubt. For my mother, you dey hold me down. You dey go all out. For my mother, no backing down. When you enter me, I got no doubt. For my mother, you dey hold me down. For my mother, you dey go all out. For my mother, no backing down. When you enter me, I got no doubt.
Oh man, good vibes. Shout out to Lecrae collaborating with G Dena and Limo Blaze. Like I said, he's one of the artists that I love at the moment. And before that, you listened to Jessica Liz, who is a Dutch-based Nigerian artist with a record called Flex. You should definitely check out her music. And we also listened to Kiss and Tell, a collaboration of D Black collaborating with Aquabwa with their fresh record. Welcome back to Africa on Focus. We just hit Vienta the last 30 minutes. And I just said that because I really felt like singing that like a true Nigerian. Welcome back to Africa on Focus, coming to you live from the city of Amsterdam. I'm your host, MS.ABA, together with the one and only Donny Addison.
Donny D. Addison.
And Donny D. Addison. We're talking about what's been happening in our world, from the Netherlands all the way to the continent, all of the crazy highlights. And we have some interesting hot topics, and I think it's really time to touch on that. But before that, our question of the day is, if you have the chance to change 2 things in your country, what will you change? GH Kings, a shout out to you, because I see that you already dropped a comment and about that. Also a shout out to Obapa Dufie, who says, Sister Abba, if you have the chance to change something in Ghana, it would be our old heartless leaders in power. Man. And Miss, you guys are looking so awesome. I know that Obapa Dufie is all the way crazy about Donny. That's why she's really saying that. And Africa on Focus, of course, is here coming to you live on High Radio, the voice of the next generation. And High Radio brings you all of that good entertainment, talk, politics, or no, not politics, entertainment, talk, music, lifestyle, business, all of that, highlighting the voice of the next generation. We are Amsterdam's most dynamic satellite and a digital radio station. We promote African culture to Africans in the diasporas, Africans all over the world. Here is where you connect. If you stumbled upon us here on Facebook, don't forget to follow us. You can find us on all your social medias. Engage in a conversation. Let us know how you feel. Where are you listening from? We would love to know, where in the world you are about in this crazy, crazy world that we're living in now. From here, we are kind of lockdown frustrated.
Yep.
But I'm probably sure that, in Ghana, how is it in Ghana, Obapa Dufie or GH Kings? How is lockdown there? All of that. I know a lot of people are running away. Since we talked about mobility, travel mobility, I know a lot of people are running back, to Ghana or to the continent as a whole. But let's discuss this hot topic. Mad rush for appetishi in South Africa. Let's save that one for last because we have to explain what appetishi is and all of those things. 2 Chinese, 1 Congolese jailed in DR Congo over prostitution. What happened there? Wow, what's going on?
Yeah, the Chinese are in Africa, and most of the time they are, doing their own business, which
quote unquote own business.
No, I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, like infrastructure projects, oil business, electricity, building roads, lots of mining, of course. But sometimes there are also some shady businesses in that. So 2 Chinese nationals and a Congolese official were sentenced to 10 years in prison over the procurement of Chinese women as prostitutes in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Their lawyer said on Saturday, "My clients Ji Jinping and Lili Bin."
You just had to emphasize that.
I practiced that one too. My clients Ji Jinping and Lili Bin were sentenced the night of Thursday to Friday to 10 years and 3 months in prison for procurement involving Chinese women nationals and using fake documents. Their lawyer Nikki Bayo told AFP African. A Congolese Foreign Ministry civil servant was also sentenced to 10 years in prison for having delivered courtesy visas without the authority to do so, the lawyer said. 8 Chinese women on an irregular stay were ordered to pay $1,000 each. Another 23 Chinese women were acquitted for the lack of evidence. In his summation, the prosecutor said the women received regular wages and accused the 2 convicted Chinese nationals of organizing the sexual exploitation of young Chinese women in several cities. One of the acquitted women said she received $500 a month as a waitress. With a prostitution procurement trial rare in the DR Congo, the case had drawn the attention of the local media and comments on social networks.
Man, talking about business exploration. Jeez.
Yeah, Chinese women in demand.
I guess so, because normally it's the other way around, right? You hear this story of Nigerian, West African women that go to Italy or whatever.
Yeah.
Man,
so this happens the other way around too.
Well, they say, prostitution has been the oldest profession or whatever since ages, and it's still getting money. So to get caught, well, the thing is, I'm not for prostitution, but listen, it's a shame these people got caught in 10 years. Because 10 years is seriously
10 years is a long time.
Yeah, right? It is, especially in the DR Congo jail. I think that's
that's a serious one.
That's pretty harsh, man. Okay, well, justice is served then. All right, so there is another interesting story. that deals with university students' account with 100 million frozen, or what does this mean? So Justice Esther Mena ordered the student's account to be frozen for 90 days to allow the asset recovery agency establishing the source of the money. Let's get into this. T. ARA had moved to court seeking orders to freeze the account until investigations are carried out conclusively. So what happened here? I think I'm missing the few bit that outlines really what happened. So a student's boyfriend, MS.ABA, has made a statement indicating he sent money to her. So this was a situation where a white guy sends money to his girlfriend. Where is it? Kenya?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. He is a Bitcoin millionaire. Wow, she has hit the jackpot. Hey, having started trading in the virtual currency in 2008, which was, I think, the perfect time to start in that Bitcoin nyoma, you know. So Messel noted that he followed the right procedure, including filling paperwork with the bank. So he basically transferred money, but what they believe is that the girlfriend was involved in money laundering scheme designed to conceal and disguise the nature and source, location, and movement of the funds. So basically she wanted to cover up and say, you know what, I got the money from elsewhere. So the bank said, or court decided to just freeze the account. That is like, but is this a situation where the lady, is this gold digger thing, or is this really love?
I mean, who are we to judge?
Oh man.
And you know, they're saying it's a problem because they're looking at the account and there's $1 million $1 million or something like in that, and they're still trying to find out what's going on. Where's that money really coming from?
So cryptocurrency investor MS.ABA and 21-year-old girlfriend Felista Nyoroge posed for a photo. That's what you see here. She has been receiving money, for some time. Let's paint the scenario here. They met each other online, or maybe through a friend or something like that.
Or maybe he traveled to Kenya and then
and she was working at maybe the hotel, you know what I mean, where he was going to a conference.
Yes, sir.
And then the two of them met. They started chatting, they exchanged numbers, and they realized they had more of an interest in each other than just hello there.
Yes, sir.
And things followed up. And of course, as a young lady and as a man who has lots of money and who's gullible,
right,
he sent some money, some coins her way. Just buy yourself something,
a
or
couple of bitcoins that way.
Exactly. Buy yourself something and relax for the day, or maybe this for your college, all of those things. So it's registered in our account. But then court says, hey, that's a lot of money for a 21-year-old. How about that? That sounds really Dutch to do it, actually.
It does.
It does.
But why is it Dutch? Because they suspecting stuff like this. It's seen as suspicious behavior, or
so let's say as a bank, right, you spot like dramatic increase of, let's say, transfers, and all of a sudden you see some 21-year-old account they'd be like, hey, what's going on? Something fraudulent is happening. Now let me check how much is KSH 101 KSH? How much is that? KSH to dollars. Let's calculate that and find out. Kenyan shilling is not as strong as the cedi. It's just not. Let's figure out how much this thing is.
Okay.
Did you discover it? How many dollars?
Let's see. So they said, okay, 2.4 million that they discovered on the account. Let me see. It says 25 million. Okay, so that makes that's like 20,000 euros.
Okay, which is quite. I mean, some people have that as an annual income.
20,000 euros. Yeah.
So,
but the funny thing, 20,000 euros is not even one Bitcoin.
Right.
So, okay, back to the article.
back to the article. She has, all of a sudden 20,000 euros, well, obviously in their own money on her account, and then the court orders that the account is just free to be frozen.
It started with 20,000 euro, and then after 3 months, another 20,000 euro was sent. Another, so now it's, let's say 80,000 is what's on the bank account as of today.
Wow. That's interesting. Okay, so what would you do if the money that you got from your boyfriend, millionaire boyfriend, that your account is frozen? What would you do? Would you fight the courts?
And actually, and please, do you really think? Do you think there is, he's laundering money through her? So do you think he's taking advantage of, her situation, or
But they
just
have a child, Look at their picture. I mean, it looks like some nice love affair going on.
Seen the picture, but who says it's his child?
Oh, okay. Let's move on. Shout out to GH Kings. I'm going to respond to your question in a bit, because we're finalizing on our question of the day in a bit. But first, let's talk about this apetashi.
Okay.
Has been a mad rush in South Africa. Have you ever drank apetashi before, by the way?
I don't think so. I can't recall.
Me neither. But I know it's strong. I know it's like the mojo. I know it's the mojo of a lot of drinkers.
I haven't tried it.
Okay. But anyway, Ghana's local gin, also known as apeteshi, receives huge patronage in South Africa. So this was disclosed by Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa. Apeteshi is regarded as one of Ghana's favorite spirits. Many have queued to buy a Ghanaian local gin, apeteshi, at the ongoing Durban International Trade Fair in South Africa. This trade fair, I've been hearing all about it. Seriously. This follows gin tasting at the Ghanaian stand mounted at the fair. I can already see it. People having a sip and be like, man, this is supposed to be up in the club. Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, Charles Oredu, made this disclosure on his social media page, Twitter, on Wednesday, November 17, 2021. He pointed out that there is a boost in sales due to the patronage of the product. He said, so much traffic at the Ghana stand, business and networking booming. The queue at the Apio Apeteshi stand is something else. What is it about Apio that people just cannot stop buying after tasting? So the home brewed spirit is regarded as one of Ghana's favorite alcoholic beverages.
I want to try it.
Ah, man.
Slim, get me some akpetashi.
But I don't think they drink it in the white way, like as a shot. They drink it cool and relaxed. And
look at the image.
Who has drunk it?
If this is how they
have managed to package,
then
a lot of people drink it. And let's just assume that they've added flavors, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Ciroc.
Oh gosh!
Make it flamboyant.
Also like Ciroc.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you'll be in the clubs like in Bloom Bar, not holding Hennessy, but holding akpetashi.
I know, right?
That would be you supporting your locals. You're doing business in Ghana, and you're still balling.
Yeah, it is. There is an opportunity for branding and all of that. And I hope that when it happens, it's not some Jack Daniel's major company that's going to invest in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It should be Ghana owned.
Who? What's this guy's name? Either Stark or
is it D Black or whatever, or any of them?
Someone is those of I mean, because it was Revolt. PDD brought Ciroc. Let someone like Sarkodie
or just true Ghanaian millionaires, Yeah.
Let them do it. But probably, it's like Africa, and you want to be in the good light, you can't associate with alcohols and this and that. So, and our Sarkodie already has this deal with Guinness for their malt.
Yeah.
But hey, he can look into it, find something, do something with akpetashi or something.
Yeah, exactly. So in this case, it was a particular brand called Apio, and I see a bit of a closer look on the bottles.
Yeah.
So I think this is an actual brand, that is let's say, creating this drink. So there's probably room for some expansion, maybe global domination or whatever. Listen, I don't support.
I mean, there is no such thing as. I mean, Akbeteshi is just the general. So you can have different brands. There's not one vodka, or you have different brands of vodka or rum. So I think they should come up with more brands. And
I'm looking it up. Their packaging is just really, really nice, but there is no official website yet. It doesn't really have a particular story or everything. So there is definitely opportunity to really bring this about right. But APO _GH is actually around. You see it. So I hope that there will be some good business done there. Yep. And wherever they take this, as it highlights, a special drink from Ghana. They say it's an authentic spirit, better than vodka, distilled from palm wine, grown organically in Ghana, which is such of a good story to add. Man, Apio, better start putting things together and let that Instagram not look like this, because man. All right, well, there is some business opportunity for them. Anybody tried apeteshi? And would you share it? Is it shareable? Is it a moment to share? Some things that we drink and consume, right? It's a shareable moment.
Yeah. Or do you get drunk real quick? Like, I want
exactly.
to know.
Really want to know.
And is it stronger than vodka? Oh man!
It is.
There's already a yeah from the back room.
Right.
Back office say yeah. Okay.
Right.
Then
interesting. Wow. Let's keep an eye on Apio, because from the Instagram page I see Denta following it. When Denta follows it, that means she's probably, met some people from it and all of those things. So it would be quite interesting. Oh, Slim has his other brand. Man, okay, that's the producer Slim. Slim is about to go ham on his bottle. Share. He has his bottle Makubi Waha. Oh man, we're almost concluding with Africa on Focus. Concluding on our question of the day. If you are to change two things in your country, what would that be? Let's look at the answers.
Yes.
Oh man. GH King said, if I get the chance, I will change our constitution and our attitudes. What of the constitution would you change? And also the attitude. What is it about the attitude that you would really, really like, to be changed? And thanks for that, Donny. Thanks for having my back. Also, Obapa Dufie, who also shared it with us. I have the chance, something in Ghana, it would be our old, heartless leaders in power. Okay. And also is Linda Chum, who says, Miss, I used to get notification when you would come live. These days, I don't get anything. It has to do with the Facebook algorithm. We've kind of been posting, some, let's say, registered music. So what Facebook does, they fight your visibility online. So we're actually doing something about that, and hopefully we will have it fixed soon. But thank you for catching up with us anyway, and finding us, because that shows us the true fan. And also Linda shared, Miss, if I had the chance, I would kill all the old people with bad mind and the leaders of MPP and NDC. So what is it about this mindset, right? Because I think that we've often heard from people about mindset, attitude, and those type of things. What is it actually that bothers us, you think?
They call it the crab in a barrel mindset.
Right.
The fact that we are looking to tear each other down rather than build each other up. But I wouldn't say mindset, funny enough, but I understand because one of my first thought was also change the mindset of Ghanaians, and then I was like, no, I don't have to change the mindset of Ghanaians. Right. We just have to understand a code, and to me it's discipline. I would change, or I would wish that all Ghanaians had a level of discipline.
Okay.
The one my grandma taught me, and the one we need, and the one actually white people do show.
Yeah.
They trust me, they don't have the same mindset, or they don't think alike, but they have the discipline to carry through whatever they desire. So that, I think that's one of the things that I would want to change. What about you?
That's a good one. The things I would like to change here. I think I would definitely co-sign on that mindset, that discipline thing, which I'm also working on in my own way. That is one thing that I would change. I think also, now in lockdown, something that we would love to have change, of course, is that there is a way where the shops could just be open till later on. This is a convenience demand, okay? This is a really convenience demand. And this is something that really requires me to think about, because what do you ask for in countries, two countries where you come from, where one, you have all of the freedom that you have, too much freedom and a lot of what's it called, Inspector Gadget, like people know monitoring here is really strong. So people who don't know it, living outside from here, government can just lay claim on your bank accounts, if they want to. Simple if you purchase a phone or something like that, they backtrack you. They ask for your income and all of those type of things. A lot with these taxes, right? These taxes, you can't escape them, even when tax system is wrong. People have been duped by the government into paying more money, and now they're getting some 30K back. But the question is, even if it covers them, you know what I mean? So if I would like to change, is that type of control, over people, so that people can just the single moms can enjoy their life a bit more. The families that have maybe of a lower income could also take the time to enjoy, even if it's their 20 euros, a bit more. Yes, that's really on mine. It was a whole babble. Sheesh.
No, it was actually very short, but to you it felt like you were
it did.
I know.
It did. And then going to Ghana, I think that a lot of it goes to the type of leadership that it probably will also be, the state of mind. We do see some things that, some frustrations, of course, from our family back home and all of those things that we say, okay, of course it's the mindset. But I think indeed, like you said, if people would be disciplined, if it would be enforced in a way, a good healthy discipline, whereby there could be good work structure, some benefits for working people that also cover their issues with families. You know what I mean? Things would just be very much different. Very much. I
was thinking, so the second thing I would change, I would probably change the because I would like to see, let's say, Ghana or Africa in a powerful position when it comes to world trade. So I would want to change something that enables them to get to that level. Right. So it could be, someone could say, change their infrastructure, allow them to have the trams, their metros, their bus, the good highway, something that really supports global trade. Or someone would say, fix their tech, give them high tech. Someone would say, fix their science. But I don't know really where to
pinpoint. Where do you even start, right?
But I would love to see them at a higher position, just because they have the natural resources for it, but then use that to get into the powerful position when it comes to world trade. But how? Hey, I don't know.
That goes for some work. Yes, absolutely. Man, I think this is the first time that we've been able to cover all of the news flash and really talked about what we did want to talk about. We should definitely continue on how we can keep the engagement, because our question of the week works wonders. People love hearing about it and are also commenting and giving their answers, of course. As we've almost reached the ending of Africa on Focus, what is the moral of the story? What is the conclusion of today?
So get you a boyfriend who is in crypto, and then
get a boyfriend in crypto and let him send some money. I think that's good. I think it's good. I think, having boyfriends like yourself who are into finance, it does upgrade the knowledge, of any person, any lady that, needs it. Let me just put it that way. I think the moral of the story in that is again, really that.
And by the way, isn't Obapa in crypto or something like that?
What?
Obapa isn't she in
Obapa, aren't you in crypto?
In crypto, creating
Obapa, let us know.
I'll send you my account number.
Let us know. On that note, Africa Unfocused is where we share our success stories. You can find our show every Sunday, 7 p.m. CET. And in case you missed it, make sure that you catch up on all podcast platforms, on Spotify, iTunes, and all of that. You can find us there, Africa Unfocused, where we, reshare the conversations that we've had on this show. Also, we're logging off. You can find me on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, mostly on Instagram. Do give me a shout out, and I will give a shout out to you back. And of course, on that, the forthcoming weeks, we will have some interesting guests. We will have a lady who recently put a book out about, growing up without a father, what does fatherhood means. We will also have Carl Asamoah coming back, the one who kind of just quietly pushed Donny to really, really go into tech.
Yeah.
So we will also be talking about, is Africa ready for the tech future? And of course, see when we will have Palgrave Wachidankwa also coming back on the show to talk some more. And then it will be almost New Year's. And then we will have some different topics coming back. All right. Thank you for joining in with us. We just hit after 9 p.m. From Amsterdam, we're going home and I am going to sleep. That's really what I'm going to do. I think we're ending off with, let's see what we're going to end off with. Let's see.
Any song requests? No one
song requests.
Does anyone have anything?
I don't think there's even a song request, but yeah, I think we should close up with some bar. This is upcoming artist T Danso with his record called Sweeter It Grows. And let's listen to that and stay blessed, stay safe.
Yes, have a nice weekend.
Next week.
Actually, nice weekend.
Wagwan people, pity time my lady Bessie do when you can she found my greet you. Now me GD someone who ya me person will get baby mommy. I need you to thank. But I'm wondering about all the things that happen to those who trust in God. Allow me to prove near Yami to me, yeah. And Yami won't to me to the chair. I don't know mama ya crabashe. So what shall me say me looking jay? Time I me feel say baby see me yeah. I don't know mama the magic touch system low. So no one connected to what pay your battery charge. When him say Yami you're the crafo. I know me now when Jam Quanso. And when you be painting I become for let them out. Cause when I Kai only give me, then I divide more on this beat. And it's no python on this street, cause I don't rely on him completely. Lifeless being, and you're not drama can be measure 6 feet. But it took me, I feel you say nobody go to reach me. Sake of his glory. My yet is a Johnson, now you can't see me. Truth be, and Yami Hunu Koko, no nipa Hunu mystery.
I know you, the sweeter it grows. The more that I know him, the sweeter.
I am excited about the fact that Nyami Pijan and Sat, not everything becomes better than normal. Nyami understand that anytime he does that, Obin to me, that demons they try, but they never they come back. Masa Nyami ya family not to the same. Obedience I can be paid over. Sorry, so I'm pronouncing Neo Jemu. Maybe I'm a cono Nyami di me do. I don't know come shining on the highway. With the mistake and amano. Now me just 7, I'm feeling irate. But when you're the Abacano, Mr. Wahonse I then each and every second I want for recruiting the team. And I said, Body to me, BPM1. Obindi the chin in the name. Oma ni di wedding kwa. Rest assured we didn't kunim. And you are no pedo to me and any pain to me. He did there before the universe began. Call him the I am, the God who is 3 persons in one. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You're my homie, you for understand. Obi say the man what I know go feel overcome. The more you get to know him, he dey blow your mind away. Sake of what I see, that be why he be in there. I go there, you go talk, show me things. But no matter what you say, he be this God way I go. They follow each and every day. Let them know.
I know him, the sweeter it grows. The more that I know him, the sweeter it grows. Oh my God.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Hey. Me oblayo ne wo eneke. Mini sono smoni imbe. No fio mine mi seke. Ni chino no swole neke. Ewa bwe 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 bwe. Bwe 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 bwe. Oh ni mi fue. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby, go say, get let me see me, my door. Oh, baby, oh, be mokobi, apla mokobi, apla mokobi.